Hey y'all, it's Joanna, and I love to DIY on a budget and make beautiful home decor. And if you like to sew, then catch me on Saturdays. Now, let's get crafty. Okay, y'all know what time it is. It is just our imagination, collaboration. Yes, it is my favorite collab, and I almost missed it, y'all. We have the always have these two beautiful hosts, and that is Brenda with Rustic and Lace DIY and Kathy Joe with Kathy Joe DIYs. And the guest host this month, yet again, congratulations to you, is Carolyn from Craft Classy. And like I said, this is my favorite. And so, yeah. So, what are we going to do with paper clips, cardboard, and a hair scrunchie? Well, let's just get to it. So, for the first one, y'all, don't think I'm crazy, but I have a roll from cinnamon rolls. You know, the Walmart cinnamon rolls. The icing came in that in a package. So yeah, so I thought, hey, I'm gonna use it. It's cardboard. I didn't have a proper box, believe it or not. So I'm gonna take Tight Bond Quick and Thick, and I'm gonna take this roll, and I'm going to put my glue on the bottom of it, not a whole bunch, just enough to stick it, and I'm going to stick it down on this piece of cardboard. So I have a cardboard tube and a piece of cardboard. Now that metal thing is the lid, but if you put anything much on here, it's not going to fit properly. It'll be too tight. So I didn't want that. So I put a big old jar of, well, it wasn't a big old, it was a little jar of why was I gonna say a little jar of honey? That ain't honey. What am I, Pooh Bear? I don't know. Paint. And then I'm taking this, I don't know, silicone thingy and spreading glue out. Yeah. So I set that aside to dry. Now I have a little bitty knob that came off of something. I don't remember. I really don't know, but I had a knob. So I got a piece of round wood and I had to cut it down to make it fit in there. So once I got it cut down, I'm going to take Gorilla Glue. Y'all, I suggested this to somebody, and it really smells. Like, it's strong. Not as bad as E6000 by no means. My last E6000 stunk like none other. But anyway, I put hot glue in the hole where the screw would go, and I popped that down on there. Now I'm just going to take the Gorilla Glue and some hot glue. Why do y'all care if my glue stinks? I don't even know why I said that. Did I get that center? No, probably not, but it's okay. I think it's cute. I fixed it later because it fell off. It fell off and I had to glue it back on. I didn't let the glue dry, is why. But anyway, so I cut that out, and now I'm just going to cut around it carefully without cutting the cardboard. And of course, you see down there that I have my favorite wallpaper from the Dollar Tree. I absolutely love that stuff. I love the color green. Anyway, I was trying to show y'all that glue. You can see it better down there than you could up in your face. But anywho, yeah. So I'm going to take this, and like I said, you can't put a lot of stuff on. I didn't want to paint it because I didn't know if my lid would go back on. So I'm just going to take this paper, and I'm going to draw where I'm going to, this is how I measure. So now I'm going to get my, what is that thing? Fisker's cutter, and I'm going to line it up. And I'm going to just slice it. This is the best way that I can cut something to get it straight, y'all, is use one of these things. So I use it anytime I can. So I put that down there. And then I'm going to put this on. I'm going to measure it now to see how far around I have to go. I don't want a bunch of it. So I got to get that thing back out because I don't know what I'm doing. So I couldn't line it up that way because I couldn't see. So I had to flip it over. And then, yeah, I got it. So once I got that cut, okay, this was the hardest part. I have figured now that I have to put it in the middle. I was going to roll it on there. Nope, don't do it that way. When I start in the middle, I pretty much get it even Steven all the way around. I just got to get the middle down first. And it's in there. I got a little bit on the bottom that I need to cut off, but I'm just using that scraper there to burnish it down a little bit, and then I'm going to cut it, just trim it around like that right there. I was trying to make sure it was tight around the bottom. My lid still fits. So we're good to go. So I'm going to take my lid and I am going to get white paint and I'm going to paint my lid. So I use a sponge pouncer, okay, and then I use the leftover paint to paint the bottom. My lid goes on great. You can leave it at that, but I just couldn't. So I got these little beads things from Dollar Tree and I cut just a line of them off, okay? So I have to trim it up. It's got those little knobbies on the edge. You really got to cut close to these things, but it works. So once I get it started, which takes forever, I need my pink Miracle Pokey Tool thing here. So I can get it up. So I got it started, and the whole thing is on one glue strip, okay? It's all on one little glue strip there. So I'm going to take this, and I'm carefully going to put it right around the middle of my lid. And then when I get that done, I'm going to put it on the very, very bottom of the container. Okay. And all you got to do is pull it around there until you get around to the other one and then you snip it. I mean, not like you're ever going to do this with a cinnamon can, but if you ever do it with something else, you might. I mean, I don't know. I had these this morning. They were pretty good too. But anyway, yeah. So there it is. Ain't it cuter? I think it's cuter. Gave it a little something, something. So yeah. I want to thank Trisha, I don't know, D, forgive me, for buying me 3 craft supplies at Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so, so much. It is greatly appreciated. Now, this next one is the Paperclip DIY. I had no idea what to do. I didn't. I wanted to make a flower, but I didn't have enough paper clips. Ugh, made me so mad. But anyway, and I didn't go to the store. I don't like going nowhere by myself. But anyway, I'm going to use these colored glue sticks. They're glitter glue sticks, okay? And this is just a chance to use them because I got them free and I never have used them. So, yeah. So I'm going to squirt it in this little mold here. I'm trying to bounce it down to get all the air bubbles out. And then I got to keep going. And it took a lot. It took 2 sticks. Took glue sticks. Of course it took glue sticks. It took 2 glue sticks. I seen these, I think, on Pinterest. I'm not sure. I was searching up stuff. But anyway. So all I'm going to do is put my hot glue in there. And then I'm going to put my paper clip in there. Make sure you put the right end in it if you ever do these. And then I thought, well, I need to put more glue in it. Well, I ran out of glue. So I end up putting a glue stick in there, okay? I'm squirting all I can squirt, and I put a glue stick in it just to push the rest of the glitter glue out, okay? And I'm going to put it over the whole paper clip end there, and then I'm going to push it down so that it goes down in there just a little bit more. I want it more of the paper clip down in it, and I'm going to set that to the side and let it dry, and we'll get back to that in a minute. So now I'm going on to the hair scrunchie. So with the hair scrunchie, I didn't have no idea what I was going to do. My daughter actually helped me with this idea. I mean, I told her I was going to take the scrunchie apart and use it for this little rabbit. And she gave me the idea for the second part of it. So thank you, Jennifer. 2 minds. 2 minds are better than one, aren't they? That's what they say. So I'm just taking my seam ripper and I'm carefully ripping the seams on this and taking this apart, okay? So I'm going to do the end and then take it down and all the way. And then I have this piece of Fabrica. So now I'm going to take and put a hem in it. So I'm just going to take my glue gun and I'm going to put a line. And then I am going to fold it over, put a line of glue, fold it over, put a line of glue, fold it over. So I get to the end. I'm going to do that on both sides. Both sides. I'm going to do that on both sides. I do say that way. Both sides. I don't know why I say that like that. But anyways, you see what I'm doing here? Looks like a towel. She's just got out of the tub. Okay, I'm so goofy. So now I'm going to take it, since I got both of them done, and I'm going to wrap it around her like a towel. And I'm going to cut it. I almost cut it too short because I forgot to cut at an angle because she has a little fat belly right there. Okay, y'all, I have got to give a shout out real quick to Gabriel and JJ. These are my two of my grandbabies, and I did not know it, but they come out here to grab something, and they the little girl, JJ, she's like, "Gee, Mom, you haven't posted anything in a long time." And I was like, "How you know?" And Gabe said, "Well, the last thing we watched was your gingerbreads." And I looked at my daughter and she was like, "Yes, they watch you, Mom." And I was like, "What?" And she said, they say, "Can we turn it on and hear G Mom's voice?" Y'all, that melted my heart. So I just had to give a shout out since they watch my videos to Gabe and JJ. G Mom loves you guys and thank you for watching. Okay, that might not should have been in this video, but hey, I had to do it before I forgot because my brain don't work like normal. But anyways, I'm going to take this and it's sideways and I'm going to roll it up. No, I'm not making sleeves. Well, kind of, yeah. But anyways, it kept rolling on me, so I'll flip it over where fuzzy sticks to fuzzy, and that works a lot better. And I'm going to cut 2 little strips here, and these just did work, let me tell you. So, because I didn't measure nothing, I'm winging it, y'all. So I'm going to fold the 2 ends over because they rolling anyway, and then fold it in half, and I'm going to put a little glue right there, and I stuck it to my finger. And then I'm going to take this, and this was just, yeah, you just watch all the fun, my shenanigans here, as everybody else says. So I put this around, and these are supposed to be, this is a halter top, okay? And I need straps on it. Otherwise, she looks like she's wearing a towel. So I pin it, so I didn't want it to go nowhere. Well, I pinned it, and I couldn't get them on there. Now, I could have pinned it to I could have glued it to the outside and put my 2 buttons on top of that to make it look like it was buttoned on there. I didn't even think about that, but that would have made it a lot easier than me doing what I'm doing. So I just smushed it down under there, and then I run it around her arm, and that's what I'm saying. I barely had room. I'm like, oh no. So I pinched that together and I glue it all. Don't y'all like how I talk to myself about it? Anyway, and then I glue it to the bunny because it seemed better to glue it to the bunny at this point. And then I just put that one on and I hold it and I'm going to glue. My glue gun keeps getting stuck. I don't have the shakes. My glue gun gets stuck. Although it's cold in here, so I might have the shakes. I don't know. But anywho, so I'm rolled it around and gonna glue it, and then I'm gonna put it on the back of the bunny. And this one came out longer. I don't know. I didn't measure nothing. But it works. It don't matter. It works. This is the cutest little thing when I get done. I was tickled. I really was. And I love purple. Purple and mint green. That's my thing. But anyway, so I glued it in the back. Don't glue it all the way. I mean, I can't glue it all the way down. I did glue it all the way down. And I glued it to the bunny. I had to rip it off the bunny's rear end because it stuck to it. And I got to have its rear end for something else. So, yeah. So, I'm pulling it up here. That's when I realized, you glued it. You glued it, you goober. But I got it. I got it off. So, this right here is a piece left. Waste not, want not, right? I'm not leaving nothing behind. And I thought, well, I'm going to make a little bow like that. And I thought, that's too little. So then I'm going to scrunch it up and see what I get. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to throw that to the side up there for a minute. We'll get to that in a little bit. I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to use that for the middle of the bow. So, yeah. So I'm going to put all that to the side. I was going to get that out. It wasn't ready yet. So, my daughter suggested that I take the elastic and make a tutu. But I didn't have no tool, or toolie, as she calls it. She calls it toolie. I had a brand new little mini purple scrunchie. And so I took it apart, and I have the scrunchie fiber thingies here. Y'all, don't even pay attention to me. I thought, well, this is how I do the other stuff, the mesh and tool. So I was going to do it this way. That was going to take way too long. And then I realized that it is just not the same size. So I bunched it up and cut it off. So I just basically cut all these strips, okay? Alrighty, so I got these big, they're longer than what you think. So I start cutting them in half, but I'm going to tell you at the end of it, I am just leaving them that way, doubling them over, and doing it that way. But you're going to take your mesh, whatever that stuff is, I don't even know what it is, and run it around. So I have to put it around something. That one didn't work. It was way too long, and I realized it was too long. You only need half of that. So cut it in half again is what I did to make these. So you just make a loop and then pull it through the loop. And then you run it around, make a loop, pull it through the loop. And that's how you do a tutu. So I eventually took this thing, and you always want to start at your knot, and I didn't do it. But I'm going to take, I need something to wrap it around to hold it. So that's what I'm going to use. And then I'm going to take these and I'm going to cut them. But like I said, eventually I cut them one time and then did not do that cut. I just doubled it over and it was easier to tie. Make a loop, stick it under, go through your loop, pull it through your hole. And now I'm going to do that all the way around. Make a loop, pull it through the loop, all the way around. Okay, so this is what I got. So cute. It is really so cute, but it's scraggly. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to bunch it up and I'm going to cut all these little, whatever, things popping out until it looks good to me. Okay, I'm just trimming it all up. And then I'm simply going to take this little tutu and slip it around my bunny. Y'all, this is the cutest little thing. I am not kidding. I absolutely love it. Oh my goodness. So I pull it up and I want it to stay there. It's going to slip around its little round booty right there. So I tack it with glue. And then I'm going to pull that shirt down and then I'm going to tack it with glue. I'm tacking it all the way around. I'm just pulling it to it right now and tacking it right there. And then I'll pull the shirt down over top of it a little bit. And then I'm going to go under it and I'm going to retack it all the way around. Like that right there. And that just secures that it, I mean, it secures it. It makes it where it don't fall off, okay? I don't know what I'm saying. It's getting late. I'm stressed for time, and yeah. And then I'm going to take these two buttons. This is what I said. I could have put those on the outside and then put those two buttons on it and made it look like it buttoned, but I just took the buttons and put two buttons on her little dress top there to make it not look like a towel. and yeah. Oh my goodness, they're so cutesy. But anyway, then I'm going to keep trimming because it drives me nuts. I trimmed that thing and trimmed that thing, but let me show you how to do the bow. So I'm going to take this leftover piece of, I don't know what this stuff is, velour, fake velvet. I don't know. It's like crushed, but it's really not really, I don't know what it is. But anyway, it's a Dollar Tree scrunchie. I did use it in my hair, but I don't use purple. So I just had it, So I'm going to fold it in half. I round it my edges, and I'm going to mark where I'm going to be putting my dental floss. I use dental floss because it's thicker, and I know it's not going to break. So I'm just going to go in the middle and scrunch it up, and then go around and around a couple times. And then I'm going to straighten it up, pull tight, and then run it through the back there and tie me a little old knot right like that right there. Then I'm going to take that middle. I got excited. I'm going to take that middle and I'm going to, and it's just a piece that's folded and glued that was left over. So I'm going to glue it. There's a flat end, so I'm going to glue that to it, bring it around, and then glue it down, cut it off, and then glue it down. I'm doing it, but just I was in the wrong order. And then I'm going to hold it down to make sure it's the glue, sticks. I didn't want to touch it. It burned me. So I put it on my glass thing and it pops right off. And then I'm just going to take this and glue it right dead center of her little old head right there. And she is done. And she is so stinking cute, y'all. Oh my goodness. Look at her. Okay, so I popped my little doohickey off. And this is a bookmark, in case you didn't know. Or you can just use it as paperclip. I did that one. That's a succulent, purple succulent. And then that one I did before, and it's with glitter, and it's, I don't know, flower. So anyway, this is what you do with them. Just take your paper, put it on there, or your book, and then there you go. And here is the final reveal. Look at that. Oh my goodness. You cannot tell me she ain't cute, y'all. She's cute. And then there's the little bookmarks. That's all I could come up with. I couldn't do my flower. I'm so disappointed. And then, yeah. And then there's my little trinket thing. I just stuck some flowers in it. But I want to thank Kathy, Joe, and Brenda for allowing us to do this collab. It is so much fun. It racks our brains, but it's fun to have our brains racked. But anyways, thank you for watching. And remember, until next time, you are a blessing. You are my blessing. And I love you all and appreciate each and every one of you. Goodbye.